Good morning, folks. Hope you're keeping well. Thank you for coming back. It's whatever o'clock. I think it's Sunday. Cheers. Ooh. Ooh. No history lesson today. Chill day today. I've come out to a place I call Land's End. Anybody from the UK will know where that is, I'm sure. If you're outside the UK, it's the very little bit at the bottom. Looks like a point right at the very end, Land's End. And this bit of woodland here, it's a tiny little point. Anyway, I thought I'd come out here for a coffee. Just over to your right there is a place called Budby Heath, which is, I think it's the largest natural heathland in the Midlands, central England. And it's on the northern side of Sherwood Forest National Nature Reserve. I hope it's home to some Longhorn cattle. I heard a moo this morning over in that direction. I'm sure I saw horns wandering through the trees. So I'm going to have to take a bit of a detour down there in a minute, see if I can grab a shot of the Longhorn. The idea was to head over to Budby Heath because the heather's in full bloom right now and it's stunning this time of year. I missed it last year, so I thought I'd make a special trip. I'm going to put the Samyang 18mm on and just have a play around with that today. No particular shots in mind, just having a wander across the heath. Real chilled day today. I'd say a nice cup of coffee, but I suppose I better do a review of it. Oh dear, what a shame. So, coffee. My daily instant coffee is, I drink Kenco instant, rich. It's real junk. Sorry, Kenco, I don't mean to call you names. I'm not calling you names. I won't drink it if I didn't like it. It's just instant coffee. It's just everything's wrong about those two words put in the same sentence. Coffee's not instant. It never has been. It never should be. So today, I thought, you know what? I'm going to check out the all new Kenco Barrista edition, no less. Rich, matches my daily instant coffee. Bold and full-bodied taste, 4 strength. It did say new just there. 212 gram pack, slightly smaller than the others. Nutty and intense aroma, bold and full-bodied. He says, swiftly packing it in his bag. What do I make of that? I can have a hair in my cup I haven't got here. That's wrong on many levels. No bodies in the canopy, is there? No. What do I make of it? You know when you try coffee and it's like, ooh, what's that all about? This one's a, okay. I made it quite strong, needing a bit of a kick in the ass this morning, but it's just weak. It tastes unnecessarily harsh. I think that's a fair statement. Full-bodied, I don't know if that defines full-bodied or not. Not for me. Which surprises me because, as I say, I drink Kenco in the day, but I guess there's no relationship between the instant and the fresh ground. It's been on the shelf a while, so I won't call it fresh. So nice to be in here. It's a really quiet little spot. I'm surrounded by farmers' fields. It's just 7:30. I caught sunrise driving in. I was a bit late. But I wasn't really rushing out for sunrise. I wasn't particularly in need of the golden hour. Just wanted to get out for a few hours, have a wander around, check out this 18mm lens. But today I was going to start with a coffee, just for a change. So where better to come than Land's End? The birds were going nuts when I first came in. I thought there's no chance am I going to get anything recorded. Listen to it now, it's nearly silent. Beautiful, really beautiful. It's cool today. Started at 13 degrees. I think next few hours we'll get up to about 16. You know what? I'm sorry, Kenco, mate, but scores on the doors. And out of 10. If I needed a coffee and there was nothing else about, oh man, I can't even say I'd want one. Oh, I'm disappointed. Kenco, stop putting hairs in my cup, whoever's doing it. I'm going to have to try it again. That's what I think to this coffee, I'm afraid. So I'll go with 4 out of 10. Kenco, Barrista edition, rich, 4-bodied, bold, 4 grit. I won't be buying it again. Shame that. But hey, can't love them all, can we? And it might like it, you know. It might suit someone. Having tasted the coffees I've tasted lately, by comparison, oh wow, I don't know why you wouldn't go and pick one of them up in comparison to this, I'm afraid, but it is what it is. Got to be honest, haven't we? So honestly, skip it. Right, time to put a camera on the tripod, pick myself up, go and see if I can find any moo-moos. They are ace, and then wander across the heathland, grab a few shots hopefully. Oh, it's so nice in here this morning, so nice. It's got a lovely cool breeze wandering through. I don't think anybody comes down this far very often because it's not well trodden, there's no paths. You literally have to fight your way through the brush to get here. It might be alright for an overnighter actually, you know. Hammock time. Like hammer time, only in a hammock. So, Budby Heath, site of special scientific interest, home to rare and endangered, I believe. Easy. Some rare species of invertebrates. I'm not sure about butterflies, possibly, and some plant life I think grows there that doesn't grow much anywhere else, but it's incredibly beautiful, and it's actually what Sherwood Forest would have been around 1000 AD. It was a mixture of forest and heathland. See, this is one of the reasons why I tend to jump out my car, wander in somewhere, switch the GoPro on, say good morning to you guys, and then put my camera on a stick and start shooting. Because if I sit down and I chill out, the wheels on the bus slow right down, and that's not always a bad thing. Like today, feels quite right. Okay, so I'm going to mooch over and check out, see if I can find the cows. I might chase them through the fields. I'm pretty sure they were down there. I heard a moo, but it was a mother of all moos. Normally a sign that it's the Longhorn. I suppose I better start moving. Right, come on. Let's go and do something. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's where I walked in. It's not a typical view of Sherwood, is it? So you've got Sherwood Forest over here. It goes off to the left even further, and it runs along probably over to about that point, and it disappears off into the distance. Then there's a bit of a gap, and then we have, that's probably an entrance side over that way to Sherwood. but then it stops down there. So there's nothing related to Sherwood from about that point leading this way. And then the gap there is a road somewhere around there. And there we're into the ducal estates. Thoresby, Welbeck. Well, Welbeck's further over Thoresby. And then over towards Clumber. And then this little bit of a wood. That bit there's Land's End. We've done quite a bit of work here recently. I was here last winter shooting, and I walked the perimeter of this little plantation. It's kind of like a square. It's got 3 sides to it, adjoined onto the heathland. And I walked the perimeter in winter, and there were many felled trees, and it looked very sparse. But cracky, you wouldn't believe it looking at it now. It looks really nice, quite untouched. It's really lovely. I like it here. A few more hazards. There's a lot more stuff on the ground, and whenever you go anywhere that's off the beaten track, you need to have your wits about you, because, oh dear, snapped ankles are no fun. So what I'm going to do is pack my gear up, head down, see if we can find a coo, and head over to the heathland. I'll see you in a minute. Check these out. Oh, there's a baby. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, the babies, look at them. Hello. Oh, aren't you lovely? Hello. It's all the little ones watching them. Mum's inching it on. Go on. Keep going. Nothing to see here. Oh, aren't they beautiful, eh? You got a bad throat? Hey? Oh dear. What are you doing, eh? You're curious, aren't you? Come and say hello. Oh, that baby, wow. Well, where I've ended up? Oh, these thistles. The problem with them, cattle that is I think, certainly in mating season, you don't go near them. Those horns are sharp. Some tonnage chasing at you with those pointy things on the front. I don't know how protective of the young they are, but I imagine they are. To rack it. Let's just make sure my laces are tied in case I have to run. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, try and avoid disturbing them too much. I don't want them to run. I'll head off across this bit of heathland here and follow this path, hit the tree line, and the tree line will take me up and around the heath. It's a plan. Don't know if it's a good plan. In the absence of any more, I think we'll go with that one. Let's put the GoPro down, I'll take a wander, and I'll bring you back when I find a composition, explain my thoughts. See you in a bit. There's baby hoof prints everywhere. With these tiny little ones here, look. Oh, my finger to the side of that. How cute. Tiny little hoof. Fit in the palm of your hand. Anyway, I've got a real challenging shot I like shooting into the sun. I like shooting into the sun. I don't know why. You get some really nice effects at times, creative effects, and I've got a little composition here, and it's based on a trail leading off up into the distance. I've tried to come up with a composition that keeps obviously the direct sun out of the shot. It just gives me the horizon at the top of frame, and this path leading up. So that's not the easiest thing to show you. But basically I have this trail leading off up into the top left hand corner of frame. I've got the horizon which sits almost to a third, and the path's coming around the edge there with the highlights, reflections off these shiny stones, shiny rocks. That's what caught my eye. There'll be a little bit of blue coming from the corners which will suit the vignetting on this wide lens, and a lone tree up there in the right hand quarter or corner to just give it a little bit of balance. It's not an amazing shot, but it's a shot. So I'm going to have to wait until I get round the other side to grab any heather, I think, because shooting that way, my shadow, oh, there's a wabbit. Shooting that way, I've got my shadow in frame, obviously, and it is directly up there, so I need to move around the park and get a bit of distance under my legs. So it's getting warm as well. I'll make a move and pull you back when I grab another shot. The sun's challenging me. I mean, yeah. The sun is really challenging. Bit of cloud coming in, but not enough to make it more comfortable. This is a beautiful area of woodland. Oak, birch, some fir trees. It's a nice mixture, and it's very chaotic, as most woodland is. Doesn't suit any wide landscapes. All I've got is intimate shots with this 18mm lens, close-ups. And what I liked was this leafage here. It's lovely, silver birch, and it's a downed birch. It's not a very old tree, but as you looked along the line with the light coming over my shoulder, all these shoots, desperate to grow, look. So what I've done is I've dropped my camera down in this bit of a hollow. The idea is where this curves and sweeps along, beautiful bark here. The highlights on these little green shoots, and that's how far away my lens is from the near subject. I'm going to take multiple shots because I don't think I'll get one single shot in focus. I don't know the lens well enough yet. So I'm going to focus on these nearest green shoots. It's 1/25 of a second, f8, -1 stop now, ISO 50, and then I'm going to focus somewhere in the mid-ground, and then I'll do a third just to be sure on those little green shoots over in the top left-hand corner there. Just gives me options. And all that is a nice little shot at silver birch. I didn't get very far. I only walked about 50 yards. I was hunting around looking for stuff. In any case, as usual, any shots that I do pick up from today, I'll process them and pop them up at the end. Yeah, this light is tough. It's got brighter rather than, as I expected, cloud roll in, and it's coming, but it's not here yet. Anyway, I'll crack on and I'll see you in a bit. The places we get, eh? I'm currently way deep in all this spider-infested, beautiful fernage amongst all these silver birch. And I came up against these three fellas here. I don't know if it's one fella with three personalities. The bark is beautiful in this sunlight. So, something of a creative shot. I'm really fighting with this light. So that's 1/100th of a second, f8. I'm focused in about a third of the way up the frame. So that's 80th to 100th, f8, at exposure, ISO 50. I don't know. It'll work or it won't. It's just, I love silver birch bark. Can't beat it. This sun is killing me today. It's absolutely roasting, and it wasn't forecast. Got my speedos on this weather. Not in a forest though, eh? I've moved about 50 foot further. It's now nearly 9 a.m. and I'm miles away from where I should be. So I need to move now. I need to start walking. I need to get the sun behind me and the heather instead of the silver birch that side of me. So I'll wrap this up, mooch on up the hill at least, and then bring you back if I find another composition. Up there somewhere. Beautiful day, stunning, stunning day, magical. And I've only seen one couple this morning dog walking. That was the very first thing. I'm quite a long way down the park, but even so, it's just awesome. The heather is, oh man, such a beautiful colour. So delicate right now as well. It's not that huge boom of purple. It's just that lovely, delicate violet colour, you know. Anyway, shot. I'll probably make this my last one for today. Shot on this tree. He's awesome. Absolutely awesome. And what it is compositionally, I've got the trail to my left here, just leading off into the distance, and that sits, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, the light's not great, but that just leads off to the horizon, which is just below the bottom third, giving us some sense of depth, which in my eye adds a sense of scale to this tree, because without that it could be anything. It could be any size. So that adds the sense of scale, which shows you how grand he is. And then dominating the 2/3 on the right hand side of frame with the trunk there in the centre. It's kind of a two-way split with the tree, the predominant feature. The sky is nice. We've got some lovely lines leading in from each side. And when I drop down the shutter speed, increase the shutter speed, they become more and more apparent to the naked eye. So I'm focused on the tree trunk, the base there, 1/60th of a second, f9, at exposure, ISO 50. I'll only do a single shot, there'll be no focus stacking involved there, but it's just ace. And there's loads more trees like this scattered all around the park, particularly up there on the horizon. There's some beautiful full oaks, Scots pines and all sorts. It's magical, magical, magical place. Somewhere I should come more often, and I don't for some bizarre reason, but hey, maybe that will change. But for today folks, I'm going to call that time. Thanks very much. There's always one. So with the sun in my face, the wind in my gills, the birds annoying the out of me, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Please take care of one another. And as ever, if you can't be good, just be careful. And I'll see you very, very soon. Bye for now. Oh, that baby, wow.